Good morning, students. In last class we have studied about the parallel lines and transversal. In that concept we have saw so many theorems. So on that theorems, based on that theorems, in today's class we are going to solve exercise 3.2. The first question tells us that in figure, find the values of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. Here we have to find out the value of x and y, and we have to show that AB is parallel to CD. Now see whatever we have studied in last class, whatever we have studied the definitions, theorems, that all we are going to use in this exercise. Okay, see a solution. See if you observe here, see here I can write x plus 50 degree is equal to how much, students? See here, it can be observed that see here this is a straight line, and here this ray, if a ray stands on the line, then the sum of two angles will be what, students? If a ray stands on a line, the sum of these two angles will going to be 180 degree. See here this ray standing on the line means here x plus 50 degree will going to be x plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Linear pair. Okay, call this as equation number 1. What is the definition of linear pair? If the sum of two adjacent angle is 180 degree, then it is called linear pair. Yes, they told to find out x value. From this we can find out the value of x. This implies x is equal to 180 degree minus 50 degree. So what is 180 degree minus 50 degree? It will be 130 degree. Now we got the x value. Again they told to find out the y value. So observe here clearly, students. If two lines intersect at a point, then the angle formed at the point of intersection is called vertically opposite angle. We learnt one theorem that vertically opposite angles are going to be equal. Yes or no? Here, see here two lines intersecting at a point. Here two lines intersecting at a point. Yes? Here, if two lines intersecting at a point, then the angle formed at the point of intersection is called vertically opposite angle. And here the vertical opposite angles are equal. We have learnt, no? If two lines intersect at a point, then the vertical opposite angles are equal. Here y is equal to 130 degree. So what is the reason? Vertically opposite angle. Now see here, students. Now we got to know what is the value of x and what is the value of y, right? Again they have told to show that AB is parallel to CD. This AB is parallel to CD. We will use the theorems whatever we have learnt in last class. See here angle x we got, x value we got 130 degree, y we got 130 degree, right? Now see here, students, I will draw it separately. Whatever they have given figure, I will draw it once more. So x value what we got? 130 degree we got x value. Y value we got 130 degree. See here they have given 50 degree. Now see here students, these two angles are equal. Yes, 130 degree, 130 degree. Here two lines are there. One line is intersecting. Yes, the two lines are there. One line is intersecting at two different points. Here these two angles are which angle? Alternate interior angle. If two lines intersect, see here two lines are there, right? Here two lines are there and one line is intersecting at two different points. Okay, such that alternate interior angles are equal. If alternate interior angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. Yes or no? Is it understood? Here once more I will explain. Here we have learnt one theorem. If two lines, okay, if two lines, we will take here AB and CD are two lines, and here this line is intersecting at two different points such that alternate interior angles are equal. If alternate interior angles are equal, definitely AB is parallel to CD. Okay, whatever I told you, I will write it. See here, as x and y are, here x and this x and y are alternate interior angle, alternate interior angles for lines AB and CD. Here as x and y are alternate interior angle for lines AB and CD, and also measures of these angles are equal to each other. Therefore lines AB is parallel to CD. Okay, see here, the application of theorems will be so much. That's why you have to thorough with that theorems and definitions, whatever we have discussed in the last class. If you know the theorems and if you know the definition, lines and angle chapter is very easy. Okay, if you don't know the theorems and the problems, dear students, it is very difficult to solve the problem. You won't understand only. Okay, be thorough with the definitions, some basic definitions and the theorem. Afterwards you can solve the problem by yourself only without practicing also, only when you know the definition and theorems. Okay, now we will go for problem number 2. See, problem number 2 tells us that in figure, if AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF, and Y is to Z is equal to 3:7, find X. The given figure I am drawing here. AB is a line, CD is a line, and EF is a line. Here it is X, Y, Z. Now see here students, in the figure, if AB is parallel to CD, here this line AB is parallel to line CD. These two lines are parallel. CD is parallel to EF. This CD is parallel to EF. And Y is to Z. Y is to Z, they are given 3:7. Find the value of X. We have to find here the value of X. Now we will write whatever they have given in the problem. So solution. See, given AB is parallel to, they are given this AB is parallel to CD. CD is parallel to EF. They are given AB is parallel to CD, CD is parallel to EF. Now see here students, we have learnt a theorem here. If two lines are parallel to the same line, then the two lines are parallel to each other. Yes or no? If two lines are parallel to the same line, if two lines are parallel to the same line, then the two lines are parallel to each other. Now see, here AB is parallel to CD. CD is parallel to EF. These two lines are parallel to the same line, that is CD. Definitely these two lines will going to be equal. So therefore what we can write? AB is parallel to EF because lines parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Okay. Now we came to know that here AB is parallel to EF. Okay. This implies AB is parallel to EF. Now see here, if AB is parallel to EF, now tell me students here, AB is parallel to EF. Okay. And here transversal, this line is a transversal. Here X is there, here Z is there. Again we use a theorem here. If two lines are parallel and here transversal, this transversal is intersecting at two different points, that is only a definition of transversal. Yes or no? Here AB and EF are two lines and this is a transversal. If AB is parallel to EF and transversal is there, then the theorem tells us that alternate interior angles are equal. Yes? Alternate interior angles are equal. Here which are the alternate interior angles? Angle X is equal to angle Z. Yes or no? Alternate interior angles are equal. What we can write? X is equal to Z. What is the reason? Alternate interior angles. X is equal to Z is alternate interior angle. So also given, what they are given? Y is to Z is equal to 3:7. They have given the ratio. y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7. Now see a student, don't do the mistake, don't take y value as 3 and z value as 7. Now see here, I told you that, remember here, don't take y value directly as 3, z value as 7. See here, y by z is equal to 3 by 7. Okay. We will take here one common ratio. Okay. You can take a common ratio. Let the common ratio between y and z be a. Okay, let the common ratio between y and z be a. Therefore y is equal to 3a and z is equal to 7a. So you can't take y is equal to 3, z is equal to 7. I think so you have learnt in a ratio chapter, right? So here we are going to take one common ratio as a. Now see here, they are told to find out the value of x. They are told to find out the value of x. Now see here, observe here clearly, AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD and here this is a transversal. What is the relation between x and y? So we will draw it separately. AB and CD, here x, y. AB is parallel to CD. We knew that AB is parallel to CD and this is a transversal. AB is parallel to CD and this is a transversal. What is the relation, students, between x and y? Co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal are dash. Yes, it is supplementary. Yes or no? Co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Also x plus y is equal to 180 degree. Co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Okay. Now see here, this implies in place of x I can substitute z because here x is equal to, call this as equation number 1. See here, in equation 1 we come to know that x is equal to z, right? X is equal to z. So in place of x here I will substitute z because x value and z value are same. Okay, z plus, say y value, okay, first I will keep y like this only, is equal to 180 degree. So what is the value of z? Z is nothing but 7a. Z is 7a plus y is 3a is equal to 180 degree. So this implies 7 plus 3 is 10. 10a is equal to 180 degree. So this implies a is equal to 180 degree divided by 10 degree. What is the student's value? The value of a will going to be 18 degree. The common ratio whatever we have took here, we got 18. In problem they are told to find out the value of x. Now see, x is nothing but x and z are same. Z is nothing but 7e. A value we got. A is 18. 18 sevens is how much? 8 sevens are 56. 7 is a 7, 12. 7 is a 7, 7 plus 5 is 12. It will be 126 degree. Okay. See what is the main concept here? One more time I will explain here. Why don't take it directly as 3? We have to take some here common ratio. You can take a common ratio. Okay. Take a common ratio. Afterwards you are going to take it as 3a, y is 3a and z is 7a. So directly we are not taking y is equal to 3, z is equal to 7. So I will tell you how I have written y is equal to 3a. How this exactly will work here. Y by z is equal to 3 by 7 is equal to a. Now see here, first we will rearrange this much. Say y by 3 is equal to z by 7 is equal to a. So this implies y by 3 is equal to a and z by 7 is equal to a. So this implies y is equal to 3a and z is equal to 7a. So how this came, I have explained here. See, okay. Some students have forgotten the concept. I think so. That's why I have revised how I took this. See here, what they given initially, y by z is equal to 3 by 7. 3 by 7. See here 3 will come here, z you will take this side. You have to take one common ratio. Say y by 3 is equal to a and z by 7 is equal to a. So this implies y is equal to 3a and z is equal to 7a. The main concept was about here ratio only. So you should have to be very alert when they have given the value of angles in the ratio. Now we will see the third problem. Now see a student, third problem tells us that in figure if AB is parallel to CD, AF is perpendicular to CD and GED, they are given the full angle is 126 degree. Find angle GEF. So we have to find out here GEF. This angle we have to find out here. This angle we have to find out here. An angle FGE. FGE. So first we have to find out GEF, this angle, and one more angle is FGE. This angle we have to find out here. Now see here, we have to find out here two angles. Number one is angle E we have to find out, that is angle GEF, and one more is FGE. Now see here students, here AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. Okay, and they have drawn FE is perpendicular to CD, means this is 90 degree. They are given the full angle is 126 degree. Full angle is 126 degree. Now I want this much angle only, right? I know this angle is 90 degree. I know total angle is 126 degree. This angle is 90 degree. How to get this angle? We will see about this one afterwards. You will get confused. First we will find out this. Full angle I know 126 degree. So this much I know 90 degree. How to find out this small portion? 126. Okay. What we have to do here? 126 degree minus 90 degree. Now we will write in step by steps here. Solution. It is given that What they have given? It is given that AB is parallel to CD. EF is perpendicular to CD. Angle GED they have given 126 degree. Now see a student. GED, the full angle GED is nothing but angle GEF plus FED. See here, GEF plus FED. The full angle is 126 degree. Now tell me, what is GEF? GEF only we are finding. GEF. What is angle FED? FED is 90 degree is equal to 126 degree. So this implies angle GEF is equal to 126 degree minus 90 degree. What is 126 degree minus 90 degree? 6 minus 0 is 6. 12 minus 9 is 3. It is 36 degree. Now what we got? Now we got GEF. So one more what they are told to find out for us. One more they have told to find out is FGE. Now we have to find out here whatever I written the angle with pink color. See here. FGE. This much I have to find out. Now I got this angle, right? This angle I came to know that it is 36 degree. 36 degree plus 90 degree is nothing but 126 degree. I came to know that. Now how to find out this angle? See here. See here. Here AB and CD are two parallel lines and this line is acting as a transversal. Okay, here this line is acting as a transversal. So observe here, angle AGE, angle AGE, okay, and angle GED are which angle, students? So this and this one, which angle these are? Tell me. I will extend it. Now tell me, here these two lines are parallel, okay, and here one, this line is intersecting at two different points. If two lines are parallel and a line intersecting at two different points, okay, here two lines are parallel and this line is intersecting at two different points, then the alternate interior angles are equal. What we can write? Angle AGE and angle GED are alternate interior angles. Here two parallel lines are there and this line is acting as a transversal. Definitely these two alternate interior angles are equal. Yes. Therefore, angle AGE is equal to angle GED is equal to how much, students? AGE, GED is nothing but 126 degree. Now I came to know that this is nothing but 126 degree. Right? I came to know that the value of this is 126 degree. Actually, we want to find out this, no students. We want to find out this angle. Now see, just remember here or just revise the concept. You have to tell me this answer. If a ray if a ray is standing on a line, then the sum of these two angles will be what, students? Then the sum of these two angles will going to be 180 degree. Yes or no? If the sum of two adjacent angle is 180 degree, then we are going to call it as a linear pair. Yes or no? We have learnt one example also. If a ray stands on a line, then the sum of that two angles will going to be 180 degree. Now see here one line is there and here one ray is standing here, means the sum of these two angles will going to be what? Going to be 180 degree. Yes or no? It will be going to be 180 degree. Now see, angle AGE plus angle FGE is equal to, yes or no, angle AGE plus now see students, what we can observe here, angle AGE and FGE will going to be 180 degree. Yes or no? See here, if in a line, if a ray stands, means then the sum of the angle will going to be what, students? Then the sum of the angles will going to be 180 degree. Yes or no? That is angle AGE plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree. Angle AGE plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Linear pair. Now see here, we want to find out this value. What is angle AGE? Angle AGE is 126 degree. 126 degree plus angle FGE is equal to 180 degree. So this implies angle FGE is equal to 180 degree minus 126 degree. Yes or no? What is 180 minus 126 degree? It will be 4 here. 54 degree. The value of angle FGE is 54 degree. So now we will see the next problem, that is fourth main. Fourth problem. In figure, if PQ is parallel to ST, angle PQR is equal to 110 degree and angle RST is equal to 130 degree. Find angle QRS. The given figures here. Now see a student, in figure, if PQ is parallel to ST, if these two lines are parallel, okay, angle PQR they given 110 degree, angle RST they have given 130 degree. Find angle QRS. We have to find out this angle in the given sum. Now see here, solution. So we will draw it once more, the given figure. PQ now see here students, they have given PQ is parallel to ST. Okay, if you extend, these two lines are parallel. Okay, and they given this angle is 110 degree and TSR is 130 degree. They told to find out angle QRS. To find out this angle, what we will do? We will draw a line. Okay, we will do a construction. We will draw a line parallel to, okay, we will draw a line parallel to PQ and ST. We will draw a line XY. We draw a line XY parallel to PQ and ST. Okay, we will write here. Let us draw a line XY. Let us draw a line XY such that XY parallel to PQ and XY parallel to ST through point R. Okay, we are drawn already. Okay, now see here, if this PQ, okay, here PQ is parallel to this line XY. Okay, it is parallel to X. This line is parallel to line XY. Okay, if these two lines are parallel, and here this is QR is acting as a, okay, now see a student, here PQ and XY are two parallel lines. Okay, and here this is acting as a transversal. If these two are parallel lines and this is acting, this line is a transversal, means which property we can use here, students? What is the relation between these two angles? Co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. That is, angle PQR plus angle QRX is equal to 180 degree. Co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Angle PQR plus angle QRX is equal to what? 180 degree. So what is the reason? Co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal, QR are supplementary. Is nothing but 180 degree, that is supplementary. Okay, now see here, we will substitute the value. So this implies angle PQR. What they given angle PQR? They have given angle PQR is 110 degree. 110 degree plus angle QRX is equal to 180 degree. This implies angle QRX is equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree. It will be 70 degree. Okay, now we got this angle QRX. Now we will try to find out SRY. Now we will try to find out this value. If we got these two values, definitely it will be very easy to find out this question mark. Okay. Now see here, also ST, this line and this line are parallel. Yes, these two lines are parallel, and here SR is a transversal. Okay, here also we can tell angle TSR plus angle SRY is equal to 180 degree. Co-interior angles on the same side of the transversal, that is SR, are supplementary. Also angle RST plus angle SRY is equal to 180 degree. So this implies RST is 130 degree plus SRY is equal to 180 degree. So this implies angle SRY is equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree. It will be 50 degree. Now see, so this value we got as 70 degree, this value we got as 50 degree. Now see here, when we know these two values, is it difficult to find out this question mark? No, because here XY is a line, and here QR and SR stands on line XY, means the sum of this whole angle will be what? 180 degree. So what we can write here is XY is a straight line. XY is a straight line. QR and SR stands on it. QR and SR stands on it. Therefore, see here XY is a straight line. QR and SR are standing on this line. Okay. The sum of this full angle will be what, student? 180 degree. Therefore, angle QRX plus QRS plus angle SRY is equal to 180 degree. Now see students, we will substitute the values. Angle QRX we got 70 degree plus angle QRS we are going to find out this angle only. Angle QRS plus angle SRY we got 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. So this implies 70 plus 50 is 120 degree plus angle QRS is equal to 180 degree. So this implies angle QRS is equal to 180 degree minus 120 degree. It will be 60 degree. Okay, they are told to find out the value of QRS only. Next problem we will continue.